You know that feeling when you stare down a huge goal and it just seems impossible? Maybe it's a project at work, a personal dream, or even just a long list of chores. The sheer size of it makes your brain want to shut down before you even begin. It's like standing at the base of a mountain, looking up, and thinking, how am I ever going to get to the top? Maybe you want to write a book, get fit, start a business, or finally master that skill you've always admired in others. Or maybe you just want to get through your week without feeling buried. Whatever it is, the first thought is often, where do I even start? The goal feels so big, so far away, that it's hard to imagine ever reaching it. And then you freeze up, paralyzed by the size of the task ahead. You might find yourself procrastinating, scrolling through your phone, or just staring at the wall, hoping the answer will magically appear. The truth is, most of us get stuck right here, at the starting line, because the first step feels too overwhelming. Here's the secret, it's all about tiny steps. Seriously, the magic isn't in some grand gesture or sudden burst of motivation. It's in breaking things down so small, so manageable that you can't help but move forward. When you focus on the smallest possible action, you take away the pressure and make progress feel easy. Let me break it down for you. Imagine you're facing a mountain of work or a dream that feels out of reach. Instead of thinking about the whole thing, zoom in on the tiniest piece you can do right now. Instead of telling yourself, I have to write a whole book, what if you said, I just need to write one sentence today? That's it, one sentence. Or if you want to get fit, don't focus on losing 30 pounds or running a marathon. Just put on your shoes and walk for 5 minutes. That's your win for the day. Or maybe you want to learn a new language. Don't worry about mastering grammar or memorizing hundreds of words. Just learn one new word today. That's all. These tiny actions might seem almost too small to matter, but they're the building blocks of real progress. One tiny chunk at a time. Why does this work? Because your brain hates big, overwhelming tasks. When you look at something huge, your mind goes into panic mode. It starts making excuses, finding distractions, and convincing you to put it off until later. When things feel massive, procrastination kicks in. You might feel tired, distracted, or even a little hopeless. It's not that you're lazy, it's just your brain's way of protecting you from stress. But when you shrink the task to something laughably small, suddenly it's easy. You take action, and action builds momentum. Each tiny step gives you a little win, a small boost of confidence, and before you know it, you're moving forward. Think about it. Nobody climbs a mountain in one giant leap. Every journey, no matter how epic, is made up of small, simple steps. It's step after step, day after day, inching forward even when you don't feel like it. Progress is slow at first, but it adds up. All those little steps add up. Each one is a brick in the foundation of your success. Over time, those tiny actions become habits, and those habits become results. You might not notice the change day to day, but look back after a month or a year, and you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Before you know it, you're way further than you ever thought possible. The mountain doesn't seem so tall anymore, and the goal that once felt impossible is now within reach. Here's a trick I use whenever I feel stuck or overwhelmed. I ask myself, what's the tiniest step I can take right now? Not the best step, not the perfect step, just the smallest one. Maybe it's opening a document, reading the first page of a book, or simply putting on my shoes. It doesn't matter how small, just start. And if you mess up or skip a day, no stress. Progress isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up again and again, no matter how little it feels like you're doing. If you miss a day, just get back to that next tiny step. Consistency beats intensity every time. So next time you're facing something huge, remember, break it down. Make it ridiculously simple. Take that first tiny step, then another and another. Celebrate each small win because every step counts. That's how big goals get crushed. Start small, stay consistent, and watch what happens. Over time, those tiny steps will carry you further than you ever imagined. The journey might be slow, but it's steady, and that's what leads to real, lasting change. So, whatever your goal is, whether it's personal, professional, or just something you've always wanted to try, remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Just take the next tiny step. You've got this.